Imagine waking up to a notification on your phone, a simple alert from your banking app, but this one is different. This one isn't about a direct deposit or a bill payment. It's a value update for a currency you've been holding on to, perhaps for years, and the number you see flashing on the screen is not the 3 zeros laden figure you're used to. It reads $1.53. 1.53. Pardina. Let that number sink in for a moment, not as a speculative dream from an online forum, but as a confirmed, bank-verified, spendable value. This, right now, is the threshold we appear to be crossing. The game has not just changed, it has been completely rewritten, and the proof is no longer in the whispered rumors from Iraq but in the cold, hard, undeniable data streams of major international banking institutions. The silence has been broken, and the echo is deafening. Chase Bank, a titan of the American and global financial system, has officially confirmed updates to its internal systems specifically for the Iraqi dinar. This isn't a leak from a low-level employee. This is a systemic, technological confirmation that the global financial architecture is preparing for a new reality, a reality where the Iraqi dinar is no longer a static, exotic currency but a dynamic, internationally recognized store of value with a dramatically different exchange rate. Think about what that means on a logistical level. A bank like Chase doesn't just casually update its core banking software for a currency on a whim. These updates are monumental tasks, involving billions of lines of code, international compliance protocols, coordination with the Federal Reserve and SWIFT, and an immense cost in man-hours and technological resources. They do this for one reason and one reason only, because they have been given a concrete, official, and irrevocable directive to do so. The dam of information carefully controlled and suppressed for so long has finally developed a crack, and through that crack, the truth is flooding out. Banks can't hide it anymore because their very systems are now betraying the secret. The software doesn't lie. The update is a digital footprint, a smoking gun that confirms the long-anticipated revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is not just a future event, but a present-day procedural reality. For years, the narrative has been one of patience and hope, often tested by delays and geopolitical complexities. But what we are witnessing now is a fundamental shift from the speculative phase to the operational phase. The central banks, the private financial institutions, the payment networks, they are all moving in a silent, coordinated symphony, preparing the global stage for a new economic actor. This Chase Bank confirmation is the first loud, clear note of that symphony reaching the public's ears. It means the back-end work, the behind-the-scenes agreements between governments and financial giants, is largely complete. The plumbing of global finance is being retrofitted right now, as we speak, to handle the new value. This is the moment where theory transforms into practice, where the abstract concept of a revaluation becomes a tangible, technical implementation. This is no longer about if. The system's update confirms it's about when, and that when appears to be now. The payouts, the exchanges, the transfers, all of it is being activated. For you, the holder, this is the validation you have been waiting for. It means your perseverance, your research, your conviction in the face of skepticism is being vindicated by the most authoritative source possible, the system itself. The banks are no longer able to offer vague answers or dismissive remarks because their own infrastructure is now programmed with the new reality. The next time you walk into a branch, the information on the banker's screen will be different. The world you wake up to tomorrow is fundamentally altered from the one you lived in yesterday. This is the financial event of our lifetimes, and you are not just watching it from the sidelines. You are positioned directly at its epicenter. So, what does this seismic shift, this confirmation from Chase Bank, actually mean for you, the IQD holder, on a practical level? Let's move beyond the initial shock and exhilaration and delve into the mechanics of this new reality, because understanding the how is just as critical as celebrating the what. First and foremost, this system update is the key that unlocks the door to liquidity. For years, the dinar was an asset you could acquire but not easily spend or convert at its perceived future value. It was trapped in a state of financial limbo. This update shatters that limbo. It means the dinar is now being integrated into the real-time gross settlement systems that power the world's daily transactions. Think about the Visa and MasterCard networks, the SWIFT wire system, the ACH transfers. All of these platforms are now being synced to recognize the new exchange rate. This isn't just about being able to walk into a bank and exchange physical currency, though that day is undoubtedly here. This is about your dinar holdings, whether in a foreign bank account or a domestic one, becoming instantly accessible and usable capital. Imagine logging into your online banking portal and seeing your dinar account value recalculated in real time based on the new $1.53 rate. Imagine being able to use a dedicated debit card linked to that account to make a purchase at a grocery store, where the point-of-sale system automatically performs the currency conversion at the point of sale, deducting the correct amount in dollars from your dinar balance. This is the level of integration we are talking about. This system update makes the Iraqi dinar a functional, liquid currency for international commerce, not just a collectible item. But let's take it a step further and address the immediate process of wealth consolidation. With this confirmation, the exchange procedure transforms from a speculative dream into a standard banking operation. You will be dealing with certified tellers and financial managers who have been trained on the new protocols. They will have specific procedures for verification, for processing the exchange, and for discussing the monumental tax implications and wealth management strategies that will suddenly become relevant to you. This is why it's imperative to have your documents in order, your proof of purchase, your identification, everything that establishes a clean and clear chain of ownership. The banks are now equipped to handle this, but they will also be operating under strict compliance and anti-money laundering regulations. Your preparedness will ensure a smooth and efficient transition of your asset into spendable, investable capital. Furthermore, this isn't happening in a vacuum. This Chase update is a single domino in a long chain that is falling across the global financial landscape. Other major banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, are undoubtedly running their own parallel updates. International bodies like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank have given their silent, yet crucial, blessings for this move, as it aligns with the broader 2025 monetary roadmap for Iraq's full integration into the global economy. This roadmap involved the removal of the currency auction system, the introduction of the lower denomination new currency notes to facilitate easier daily transactions within Iraq, and the strengthening of the Iraqi government's financial governance. The Chase Bank confirmation is the external, international signal that Iraq has successfully met these benchmarks. It is the world's financial system formally acknowledging that Iraq has shed the economic burdens of its past and is now operating as a stable, sovereign nation with a valuable, strong currency. This transforms the dinar from a pre-revaluation asset into a post-revaluation currency, a fundamental distinction that places it in the same league as other stable global currencies. Your asset is no longer a waiting game. It is an active, powerful financial instrument. The systems have been updated. The gates are opening. The world's financial infrastructure is now recognizing your patience and your foresight as a tangible financial reality, and this is just the beginning of a new chapter of global economic interaction. Now, with this new financial reality laid bare before us, with the systems updated and the path to liquidity clear, the most critical question transforms from what is happening to what will you do with it? This is the moment that separates the passive observer from the active architect of their own destiny. The arrival of this revaluation is not an end point. It is the most powerful starting gun you will ever hear in your life, signaling the beginning of a race to secure not just your wealth, but your legacy for generations to come. The capital you are about to receive is a tool of immense power, and like any powerful tool, its impact, whether positive or negative, is determined entirely by the hands that wield it. The first and most immediate challenge you will face is the sheer psychological weight of this transition. Overnight, you will go from managing a household budget to orchestrating a fortune, and without a clear, longingde and strategic plan, that fortune can easily become a source of stress, family conflict, and rapid depletion. This is why your very first call, even before you step foot in a bank, should not be to a car dealership or a real estate agent for a luxury purchase, but to a team of trusted, vetted financial advisors and tax attorneys who specialize in managing sudden wealth. You need a legal fortress around your assets before you even think about enjoying them. This team will help you establish structures, trusts, foundations, LLCs, that will protect your wealth from lawsuits, from unnecessary taxation, and from well-meaning but financially draining requests from friends and family. This isn't about being paranoid or selfish. It is about being a responsible steward of the resources you have been gifted. Think of this wealth as a mighty river. Without proper channels and banks to guide it, it will overflow, cause chaos, and eventually dissipate into the ground. But with those channels firmly in place, that same river can generate immense, sustainable power for decades. Once that protection is established, your mind can turn to the truly exhilarating part: impact. What kind of mark do you want to leave on the world? This is your chance to answer that question with action. For some, that means launching the business you've always dreamed of, creating jobs and driving innovation. For others, it means funding medical research, building schools in underserved communities, or supporting environmental conservation efforts on a scale you never thought possible. This wealth is a microphone for your values, amplifying your ability to do good in the areas you are most passionate about. But to do that effectively, you must also ensure your own foundation is unshakable. That means paying off all debilitating debt, securing a beautiful and comfortable home for your family, and creating diversified investment portfolios that generate passive income, ensuring you never have to worry about money again. This is how you transform sudden wealth into lasting, multi-generational prosperity. You are now a pioneer on a new frontier, and the map for this territory is not found in the old world of financial struggle. The information you need now is about stewardship, legacy building, and philanthropic strategy. This journey does not end with the bank exchange. It begins there. And that is precisely why you need to stay connected to a community that understands this path. This is my call to action for you. What you do in the next few days and weeks will set the trajectory for the rest of your life. Do not navigate this alone. If this video has provided you with value, if it has given you a clearer picture of the road ahead, then you need to be part of this conversation moving forward. I am committed to being a resource for you in this new chapter. So, take these 3 steps right now. First, hit the like button on this video so I know this message is reaching the people who need to hear it. Second, subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell, because in the coming days, I will be breaking down the essential steps for post-revaluation wealth management, interviewing financial experts, and providing you with the continuous, critical information you will need to make empowered decisions. And third, and most importantly, share this video in every Dinar holder group and forum you are part of. Your fellow holders are your community, your network, and your support system in this new world. They need this information as much as you do. Do not keep this to yourself. Be the person who helps others cross this finish line prepared and empowered. The game has changed. Now it's your move. Let's build our legacies together.